So my challenge was to try and learn all the kings and queens since William the Conqueror. There are a lot of them, so it has been a bigger challenge than I first thought, but I've persevered. I have used horrible histories as my inspiration, and I put it into a little poem to help remind me and hopefully get them all right. So, William, Henry Stephen, Henry Richard John, Henry 3, then Ed, and Richard 2 completes verse 1. House of Lancaster, Henry 456, House of York, Edward 4, and Edward 5, the Child King. Richard 3, famous baddie, then on to the Tudor line. Henry 7, Henry 8, who had 6 famous wives. Edward 6, Henry's only sickly son. Then his sisters Mary and Elizabeth, the first one. Then James the first to add Scotland and rule the British Isles. Then his son, who lost his head, he was the first King Charles. Oliver Cromwell, Lord Protector, we had a break from kings. Then his son took over, who was rubbish, so we went back to the old way of things. King Charles' son came back, we had King Charlie II. Then we had his younger brother, we had King James to boot. The people hated him, so they kicked him off the throne, replaced him with his daughter Mary and her husband, William the Duke of Orange. Sadly, they had no children, so she was succeeded by her sister Anne. She had no children either, so then we moved on to the Hanoverians. George I, George II, George III, George IV, and William IV, the Sailor King. His daughter died young, so then Victoria began reigning. Now, Victoria famously married Albert. She wore black and had 9 children. She was succeeded by Edward VIII, her eldest and least favourite son. This always get stuck. Then they changed their name at the outbreak of the First World War. George V was the first from the new House of Windsor. His son was Edward VIII, but he left to marry Wallis. Then he had his younger brother Bertie, known as George VI. Now we have our current queen. Bertie's daughter followed on. From William I to Elizabeth II. I am finally done. Thank you.